Recently, YouTube content creators were hit with what's been called the adpocalypse. Advertisers pulled millions of dollars worth of ads from YouTube because their ads were popping up in videos they didn't approve of. YouTube's response was to crack down on just about any videos that might ever offend anyone. With video makers reeling and snowflakes cheering, European politicians decided to keep the snowball rolling by turning YouTube into the world's largest online safe space. Reuters reports, European Union lawmakers vote to make YouTube fight online hate speech. Video sharing platforms, such as Google's YouTube and Vimeo, will have to take measures to protect citizens from content containing hate speech and incitement to violence under measures voted by European Union lawmakers on Tuesday. The proliferation of hate speech and fake news on social media has led to companies coming under increased pressure to take it down quickly, while the internet campaigners have warned an excessive crackdown could endanger freedom of speech. Video sharing platforms will have to take appropriate, proportionate, and efficient measures to protect all citizens from content containing incitement to undermine human dignity or incitement to violence or hatred. Now, you might be wondering, what's the problem? Politicians just want companies to deal with hate speech. What's wrong with that? Well, there are three problems. First, it's politicians telling people what they can and cannot say. Legal systems differ from country to country, but here in the United States, for instance, the First Amendment protects our speech from government interference, except in very serious, very specific cases. Companies like YouTube can make whatever rules they want. If YouTube decides tomorrow that certain kinds of criticism are no longer allowed on their platform, that's not a violation of our First Amendment rights. YouTube is a private company. If people don't like the rules, they're free to go to another site. But sites like YouTube generally don't want their users to go to other sites, so they try to keep people happy by letting them say what they want and keeping the red lines to a minimum. But when politicians start telling YouTube what people can and cannot say, political agendas are now involved. And politicians often have agendas that you do not agree with, and they can use their political power to silence opposing views. And that's a form of oppression. Second, if we've learned anything from the social justice warrior phenomenon here in the United States, it's that hate speech means very different things to different people. Most of us have no objections to censoring calls for violence, but for a young and brainwashed band of campus lib drones, hate speech has come to mean any speech they happen to disagree with. So when you make a rule against hate speech without being extremely precise in your definition, you're opening the door for a bunch of sniveling crybabies to use the rule to silence anyone they don't like. And that, once again, is a form of oppression. Third, politicians never, ever, ever apply rules and laws about hate speech consistently. What do I mean here? Well, let's look at some clear examples of the kinds of speech the European Union wants blocked. Citizens must be protected from content containing incitement to undermine human dignity. No undermining human dignity. Now, let's read a verse of the Quran. Surah 98, verse 6. Verily, those who disbelieve in the religion of Islam, the Quran, and Prophet Muhammad, from among the people of the Scripture, Jews and Christians, and al-mushrikun are idolaters, will abide in the fire of hell. They are the worst of creatures. So, Jews, Christians, and idolaters are the worst of creatures. We're worse than pigs. Isn't calling Jews and Christians the worst of creatures the sort of speech that undermines human dignity? Not according to any of the politicians who push for these kinds of laws. In fact, they'd call me an underminer of human dignity for questioning the Quran, since questioning the Quran hurts people's feelings. Citizens also need to be protected from incitement to violence or hatred. Surah 9, verse 123. O you who believe, fight those of the disbelievers who are close to you, and let them find harshness in you. Surah 48, verse 29. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, and those who are with him are severe against disbelievers and merciful among themselves. Surah 5, verse 51. O you who believe, take not the Jews and the Christians as awliya, friends, protectors, or helpers. They are but awliya of each other. And if any amongst you takes them as awliya, then surely he is one of them. Aren't these precisely the kinds of statements and commands that incite violence and hatred? Of course they are. And yet it would never occur to European Union politicians to object to anything in the Quran. But if you read what the Quran says and make a video pointing out that the Quran incites hatred and violence, you'll be the one accused of inciting hatred and violence by the politicians who are making laws about acceptable content on video sharing sites. Now, since we're laying down rules, I'm willing to lay this down as a rule. If you are hopelessly inconsistent and illogical and biased, you have no business controlling what people say. Vote on that, politicians. In the meantime, keep scratching your heads and wondering why so many people want out of the European Union.